You seem to be settling in really well at the surgery, Kelly. How are things at home now?
We decided to play at being happy families. The trouble is, I'm too old to believe in those sort of games.
Don't you think you're a bit hard on your mother sometimes?
She's not my mother, and she never will be.
Yeah, well, that's not her fault, Kelly. I'm sure she's done her best to bring you up as her own.
I was only 3 years old, but I can still remember my dad telling me to say hello to new mummy Kelly. I didn't want a new mummy then, and I sure as hell don't need one now.
Look,
Look, if you've got any complaints about my work, I'll listen. But my private life's my own, okay?
Yeah, get that down, you Al.
Should have taken my advice. Should have got your hands on his property. Only way to cover your losses, boy.
All he owes you is a catering bill. I've lost my life savings. A few bits of furniture aren't going to make much difference.
this is really terrible, Alan. If there's anything I can do to help.
Well, perhaps you could get the truth out of him. Whether he really has gone broke or whether I'm just being conned.
Kelly, you better go back to the surgery. Find out how many of my appointments Paddy can cover and cancel the rest.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can get to the bottom of all this.
It's Zoe. She doesn't look happy either.
Right, that settles it. I'm going out the back. Not wasting any time listening to her sanctimonious lectures about ethics. Not until I've got some answers ready.
I should never have listened to you. We should have warned people about Steve as soon as we found out.
On the contrary, everything seems to be going our way.
How can you be so callous? Alan Turner looks absolutely broken by all this.
That's his problem. He should have known better than to trust someone like Steve.
A lot of people made that mistake.
No one falls for a con man's lies unless they're greedy enough to want what he's offering. All we need to do is turn that to our advantage.
Well, I am not comfortable with any of this.
Nor am I. A lot of rumours flying around about Mr. Marchant. If they prove to be true, it might affect the asking price.
Looks like we can check that out for ourselves.
Kim and I need to talk to you.
Would you mind paying the cabbie, Zoe? Seems to have come out without any change.
How very inconvenient.
Come on.
This is going to be interesting.
He's got to resign. I'm not sitting on the same board as him after what he's done.
I imagine that's why they're calling an emergency board meeting.
Well, exactly. Now, I hope I can rely on your financial support.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Felt I ought to wear something more suitable for the occasion.
Can we just get on with it?
In a moment. Lady Tara, it's delightful to see you, but I'm afraid this meeting's for Home Farm Board members. I shall have to ask you to leave. Didn't mean to intrude.
Alan Turner says you've lost all my money.
Well, there has been a shortfall on some investments, but I'm doing my best to address the situation.
What's that supposed to mean? How much have I got left?
I'm hardly in a position to issue exact figures.
Steve, this might be peanuts to you, but it shows his future and mine.
I realise this is painful for you, Rachel, and if Steve hasn't got the guts to spell it out, then I will. You'll be lucky to see any of your money back.
Well, what's your problem? He's your husband. You've got plenty of money. Why don't you sort out his debts?
No, I can't. And if you want this sorted out, then you'll let us get on with our meeting. Well, if we're all agreed on the minutes of the previous meeting...
Can you just get on with it?
Your father and I built this company, Chris. And whilst I'm still chairman, you can show me the proper respect.
We realise this isn't easy for you, Kim.
I don't think any of you realise how much Home Farm means to me. It's been my life. But circumstances would dictate that it would be no longer appropriate for my husband to remain a director.
It might be hard if they jail him.
Steve will be offering his shares for sale to this board under the usual arrangement. I want to make it clear that I will be standing by him in the difficult weeks ahead. And I wouldn't want any adverse publicity to affect the company. So I've decided it would be better if I resigned and sold my shares too. Obviously, there are financial implications with such a large number of shares becoming available. So I think Steve and I should withdraw while you consider the options.
She's gone.